What do you sleep in?
I'm either in a suit or in my birthday suit, so that's it.
Hi guys, Olga here. Welcome to a new episode of What People Wear in Melbourne. Today's episode is all about men's fashion. Enjoy! Super stylish outfit. What is your name?
My name is Dirk.
Walk me through your outfit.
Okay, so starting from the top, this is a vintage Stetson hat from America. It's probably like a 50s one, I would say. And then the suit I'm wearing is a 1940s three-piece suit from San Francisco. So yeah, you got the nice wide lapels and the waistcoat, high-waisted trousers with suspender buttons. And these suspenders here are old police and fireman suspenders that I'm wearing with it. And the tie is also a 40s American tie, which is quite cool, kind of works with the rest of the suit.
Beautiful. Silk?
And yeah, silk tie, yeah, 100%. And then my shoes are some tassel loafers, basically. And I can't remember the brand now. Allen Edmonds, there you go. It's them. Allen Edmonds, black tassel loafers.
Jewelry?
Jewelry. I'm wearing like a Seiko, vintage Seiko watch from 1983. Yeah. And then my ring is just a bloodstone ring that was made for me. It's a gold ring with a tiger's eye stone.
What do you do for a living?
What do I do for a living? I work in digital marketing. So just basically run paid ads and work with content creators and try and support the campaigns that our brand is running, basically.
And you also have a fashion blog.
Yeah, and I also run my own Instagram channel called Dirk the Crook. That I try and spend as much time on as I can, but I don't have much time because I have 2 kids, so I try my best.
And how many followers do you have?
Like 200,000 around there, followers.
Wow, impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. I think maybe just a bit of luck as well, I don't know, but yeah, I'm trying to work hard on it for the last maybe 4 or 5 years. So yeah, it's good to see that it's kind of growing.
And what would be your advice to someone who just started fashion blog?
My advice to someone starting would probably be, if you want to get into vintage suiting specifically, I would say try and find an older suit that you can and just put it on and then just see what happens from there. There's always shops around you where you can find some old suits, even if it's an 80s or 90s suit for pretty cheap. So just chuck it on, see how you feel in it, get it tailored if you need to, but just start experimenting and the rest will just fall into place.
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries, thank you.
I love your outfit.
Oh, thank you so much.
What is your name?
I'm Sean Burley and I'm from Brisbane.
What are you wearing?
Today I am wearing an Italian suit from Rogna. It's just north of Milan. And it's a double-breasted chocolate herringbone suit. No, it's beltless as well with some pleats and some side tabs from here. Cuffed pants. I'm wearing a brown double monk shoe. And then up here I'm wearing a Xenia tie that I picked up from a thrift store for $3. Then I got it, I know, and then I got it, I Googled it online, it was €350. So what a win. A little blue pocket square, and yeah, that's it.
What do you do for a living?
I do 2 things. I work in the fashion distribution space. So I do a lot of logistics and shipping for fashion brands. And then on my spare time, I am a travel and fashion influencer around the suiting space. So I teach men what to wear, how to dress, and it's practically the things that I actually wear practically for work.
Exciting.
Yeah.
How many followers do you have?
I've got about 120,000 followers now.
Cool.
Yeah.
And how long ago did you start?
I started probably about 7 years ago, and it was just for fun. I was just taking photos of my suit and the coffees that I was drinking when I was going to work every morning, and then it grew and grew and grew, and then I changed with Instagram as well, and now it is where it is.
Cool. What advice can you give to someone who just started fashion blog?
To just start, the biggest piece of advice that I can give you is just start creating. A lot of your content's not going to be perfect at the beginning. Mine wasn't. It was all on iPhone. So if you've got an iPhone, you can be a content creator. post, and post, and then you will find that your sort of creativity will change and your branding changes, and you can figure out what your audience likes as well. But just keep posting and just start posting today.
Thank you.
No, welcome. Thank you.
How can you describe your style in 2 words?
Probably quite classical, and probably with a twist of actually with a little bit of modern accessorizing. It's probably the best way to describe it.
My style, I mean, I would say it's just maybe just old-fashioned. I don't know. I guess really, like everything I wear is pretty authentic 40s and 50s. So, yeah.
What's your favorite fashion era?
It's a tricky one. I think my favorite period is probably from 1945 till about 1955. So after the Second World War, things kind of relaxed a little bit in men's fashion, but you still had that classic decades from the past in there. So, but it slowly transitioned into the 50s and became a little bit more casual, which I think was good. So the fabrics became a little bit more wearable, and the style relaxed a little bit. And I quite like that element of not being too rigid in what you wear. So yeah, I would say that decade. And then in the late 50s, I think it kind of slid away for what I like, basically, into the 60s. But yeah, that kind of period.
Good answers, really good answers. My favorite era is probably the 80s and 90s. Like for me, I feel like the eras that you spoke about have really just great quality fabrics and fibers, and everything was done well, and you buy a suit once. And I think the 80s and 90s was kind of the end of that before fast fashion suiting started to, like, the quality deteriorated. But at the 80s and 90s, if you take the baggier, looser fit corporate look, if you can think of Wolf of Wall Street, the drape really hangs off you, lots of room, but still a lot of character in the fabric when you walk and you can see. So I would probably say 80s and 90s because of the fabric quality and the way it draped.
And you say you're from Brisbane.
Not originally. I've moved to Brisbane, but I'm originally South African Kiwi. Born in South Africa, Kiwi parents, but then I was raised in the Philippines.
Okay.
There's a random one for you. Yeah, expat kid.
But you live in Brisbane now.
Right now I live in Brisbane.
So what would you say the main difference in fashion, in men's fashion, in Brisbane and in Melbourne?
They're leagues apart. Brisbane people are very relaxed. They're very much into their chinos, polo shirt, and R.M. Williams boots. We call them the Concrete Cowboys. Probably have never actually seen a farm with their boots. But it's so humid in Brisbane that a lot of men are quite scared and afraid to wear light suiting. But where in fact, actually, the suiting is probably a more comfortable option for them. But they don't want to look like they're trying too hard and they're overdressing. It's just the Queensland way. But yeah, it's very different. It's very relaxed.
What would you say the best city for people watching?
For people watching, I'd probably say Melbourne, definitely for sure. I would say Sydney's got. I used to live in Sydney, so I'd say Sydney's got too many tourists, too many hotspots for tourism. Where I think Melbourne, it's larger, it's spread out, it's more accessible. I think sitting down in a cafe and seeing the actual diversity of Melbourne, from Italians, Greeks, Vietnamese, and tourists and locals. The locals bring their own style here as well, from like streetwear to all wearing all black to wearing suits. I think this has probably got more of a wider and broader range for people watching.
And what do you think, Dirk? Like anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world.
Damn, yours is a better
You'd probably have a better answer. Maybe we need to come back to Sean, but I mean, it's going to be really predictable, but I'm just going to say New York because it's just a melting pot of so many different things and people. Obviously, very multicultural, but just the types of people, especially when you go around Brooklyn, Williamsburg area, people express themselves, and you see some wild amount of style going on, some really crazy stuff, but really good. People are, it's just a place where people express themselves really. So I would say New York, but I think we need to get back to Sean on this one too.
I don't think New York was an obvious answer. I didn't even think of that. It's a great answer. I actually would say Paris. I don't really, this is going to offend some people, but I don't like Paris as a city, to be honest.
You don't like Paris?
No, I don't like Paris.
Don't
Not so
say
much.
that.
Not so
Paris
much.
is the best city in the world.
Yeah, apparently I've yet to see it But I think people watching in Paris is fun, and the reason why is because it's also it's a norm. People are all sitting facing out, and the people walk in front of the cafes treat it like a catwalk, so they know they're being people watched, and people put on a show. So it's like really entertaining to watch as well. Like the girls to the guys, like girls will walk past with a cigarette like in their heels. It's so good. It's great.
What's your 3 wardrobe essentials?
A really great quality navy blue suit. I think they should be your go-to suit. If you want to go into other suits afterwards, fine. Just get a navy blue suit. I really think a timeless watch is good because the watch shows that you have style in class around no matter what outfit you're in. It's something that a lot of, I think, men pick up with a lot of men. And then, of course, a really nice penny loafer. A penny loafer for me is like something that can be worn with shorts, chinos, jeans, suits. It's super versatile. So a great penny loafer.
Yeah, I agree with all those. Those are pretty essential. So I'm going to go, if I have to think about something else, I would say a comfortable pair of underwear, because it matters. You know, if you're not comfortable, it doesn't set you up for much. Comfortable pair of underwear. I would say high-waisted trousers. Like, it makes a big difference. If you're a guy and you haven't had high-waisted trousers, it's life-changing. So giving that a go. And I'm going to say a good quality hat, because I wear hats a lot, and it's something that, if you're into wearing hats, it's something that will make you stand out. So I would say a hat, undies, high-waisted trousers, and a hat.
How many hats do you have?
I don't have that many. Maybe like 8 or something. So not that many. Is that a lot?
That's a lot.
Okay,
I've got like one good Akubra that I just used for everything.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So
But the thing is, you have quality stuff at last.
yeah, I have a lot of Akubras. Great brand, great Australian brand. But yeah, Akubras and Stetsons basically, which is the American version of
Cream of the crop.
yeah.
What do you sleep in?
Just comfortable undies and a singlet, really.
I'm either in a suit or in my birthday suit. So that's it.
One advice would you give to your younger self?
Definitely don't stress out about where you're going. That if you just be consistent, you'll go exactly where you're going. Yeah, probably. It's very paranoid about that. Yeah.
That's a hard question to answer.
Yeah, it is.
What would I say to myself? I'd probably just say you're okay. Keep doing what you're doing. Like, just, in the moment you can freak out about things, but then when you look back, you're like, oh, it was actually not that big a deal. It was just a little speed bump. So, I mean, just like, you're doing all right. Just keep going. Things will work out. Because it always do when you look back. You're like, oh, it worked out. But in the moment, it's not as easy. So probably that. Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. We can do a podcast next time.
A podcast next time.
Actually, something else I would say to my younger self, okay, this is very important. Wear suits more. That's what I would say.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, everywhere. And I hope to see you in the next videos. Bye.